So hi guys and welcome to another episode of Test Drive Thursday. Today I'm driving the Volvo F16. This is an F16 intercooler, but it doesn't come with realistic engines, this mod. It only comes with sort of the more modern engines. So this has got a 540 brake, which is the sort of least powerful engine you've got, and it goes all the way up to 50,000 horsepower, which I find quite weird for this mod, because if you look at it, the modelling is one of the best modelling I've seen. It's a bit low textured, but just look at the chassis back here. Look at the fifth wheel. Look at all the axles back there. They're all super detailed. I mean, just look at that. That is as good as it gets. Yet they go silly and put something like a 50,000 brake horsepower engine in there, which is a bit weird. It'd be nice to see realistic engines. With this video I'm not going to go to an upgrade shop because there's really nothing that you can put on it. You can change the wheels and tyres, you can put the flags on it, and that's it. Maybe change the engine. There's 4 different engines. I think it's 540, 600, 700 and 50,000 as I said, and you can either opt for a retarder or not. I've gone for the no retarder. It does come with some custom sounds, so I'll just start this thing up. See, it sounds really nice and really nice and authentic. That sounds super smooth. 1987 this truck was introduced, and a cool thing is this Norcargo skin. You can't change the skin. This is how the mod comes. And interestingly, their headquarters is based in Oslo, Norway. So guess where we are? Awkward silence whilst the map loads. Yes, we are in Oslo today. We're going to be taking a trailer. I'll just find the right one. This trailer here, this driller T45. There are some other trailers that I could opt for. In fact, I was tempted to go for this one. Up to, where's the other one? No, this one I was tempted to, which I may do now. And so that's keeping on the mainland. I don't want much ferry. I just want to just drive the truck non-stop, because it really drives quite nicely, even though it's not super realistic to drive. I found that the actual lights on the truck seem a bit dim, even on the back look. They seem super, they're not very bright at all, so they need to fix that. But other than that, this is a super detailed and nice truck. If we go to the interior, turn the hazards off, you can change all the interior. You can put some bags and stuff. It supports cabin accessories, but there's no point really showing you that. The textures on the rev counter and speedometer and all the other dials are a bit low, if you ask me. And if you have a look, I was just doing some miles earlier before I started the video. I did 300 miles in it, and it's got you can see there at the top left dial, it's got 3/4 of a tank left, so it's not too bad. You see all the instrumentation there, all the lighting. If you turn the lights on, it's that one there. It's got backlit dash lighting. As I said, the wheels are a bit low res. Everything's just a bit low res, but it's super detailed. The seats back there, this red and grey trimming, the curtains, it looks really nice. I don't think you can put a front mirror on. Let me turn those off, they're annoying me. But you can have that side mirror there. I don't think you can remove it though. And another thing is, I was driving in the rain earlier, and the rain wasn't actually being washed off the window, and it wasn't actually, well, no, the rain wasn't hitting the window, is what I'm trying to say. So the wipers were moving around, and for nothing really. So that's gonna have to be fixed. But I don't usually go for mods like this where they're all preset, but there's certain ones where I think this is good. I think the last one like this I drove was the Volvo FH16, which was one of those pre-customized mods. I think that was the FH Trans or something, and that was super good like this one. Super detailed. Great audio. I think that one had a few more upgrades that you could do to it. It had quite a few more options and quite a few more like little gimmicks that it does inside, but this one's pretty nice. It's got a 12-speed gearbox. I'll get into the history of all the realistic information later on. But with the 540, it's everything you really need. As I said, it'd be nice if you could go for a... Come on. It'd be nice if you can go for a realistic engine that pairs with these realistic engine sounds, but I don't know. It sort of brings it up to date, and sometimes when you got low powered engines in Euro Truck, you do sometimes struggle. Can't run a clear. Tiny compared to this monster, but I also think it looks quite good. I think it's quite a good looking truck. It's a bit boxy, but it's very classy design. I do like the grille, like with the chrome logos on. Looks really nice. Right, Oslo. Even though we're already in Oslo, Oslo is probably one of the biggest cities in Euro Truck. It's huge. It spans this massive area. It'll probably take you in real time about 10 minutes if you follow the speed limits to get from one side to the other, which for Euro Truck is pretty long to get across the town. But it's all like chunked up into 3 little pieces. I mean, you've got the ports, and then you've got this side which is more west, and then you've got the east side which is where the upgrade shop is, and some more depots. It's nice, I like it. I like here this way. Indicators, they're pretty good. The speed's pretty good. Because it's such an old truck, well, not that old really, because it's more of a classic truck, you do get that little box for the indicators, and the indicator stop does work, as you can see down there. There's no real button for the lights. They just turn on and off. Hazards, that hazard light doesn't shine up, but they're just little things that can be added in the future. But I'll be really happy to see this mod being taken forward, because I think it can go somewhere. I know there is a normal F16 mod, but I thought I'd take a look at this one today. It seemed quite interesting. I haven't actually driven the F16 before. I drove a couple of weeks ago the FH12, another classic Volvo. That was pretty nice. I do like the Volvo trucks. It also supports the tag lift. So by the press of the U key, you can raise or lower the rear axle. That's me crunching the gearbox. I've put it on an advanced gearbox, so I am doing that quite often by mistake. There's this trailer. It's a bit darker than I thought it would be. It's actually quite a light paint, this truck, on more cargo skin. It doesn't, well, some of these trailers don't support advanced coupling, so I've got it turned off. I'm not too sure if this truck does. I think so. But thing to note is when you take in box trailers, this truck doesn't really have any aero pieces, so it doesn't look that good, to be honest, but the aerodynamics aren't really sort of a factor in Euro Truck. But let's have a look at the map. Where are we going today? Feels weird not having to do a... Can we go this way? It's probably going to be a bit quicker, but longer, but quicker. And then straight down the 18 to Karlstad in Sweden. Cross over the border there. Nice. It's going to be a nice journey, this. But yeah, it feels quite weird not doing a upgrade section, because that's usually around a 15-minute pass at Test Drive Thursday, so obviously this may be a bit shorter than the usual episode, but I didn't really find a need to do that. I mean, it would be, at most it'd be a 2-minute section, and all I'm showing you is the stuff that you see already. I mean, cabin accessories, the flag DLC, and changing the wheels. You don't really need to see that. If you want to go and see it, if you go to my mod spreadsheet and then go to Euro Truck and then go down to where you find this truck, if you click on the link and then go onto the mod or the mod page, and you'll be able to see some other YouTubers show you the upgrades and stuff. But I'm gonna say to show you the truck really. I don't really want to show you stuff you've already seen. Seems a bit pointless. Thought we'd get straight to the driving. But first we got to get out of Oslo, which, as I said, which is where the headquarters of Norcargo are, which is quite cool. I hear all the pneumatics. Right, come on, dude. I hate the way to stop like that. Let's get on the motorway. But yeah, this truck was released in 1987, and it was a completely new truck model with the most powerful engine of any truck on the market. And it was more intended for long... could change lane. Intended for long distance goods transport. And the F16, sorry, it was based on the chassis configuration of the F10 and the F12, which were there before it. The F16 had an advanced 6-cylinder straight inline engine with 4 valves per cylinder and a high place camshaft, according to Volvo's website. The engine was a brand new design. It was completely new for this truck, completely different to the F10 and F12. I keep really almost saying FH12, I'm so used to it. And the engine was in use until 1993, when... hang on, can I change lane here? It's a solid line. I don't think I can. I'm just keeping this lane. But yeah, when in 1993 Volvo released some new engines for the FH12, the D12 engine range. So these engines were discontinued. So it had a 6-cylinder. There's all the port on the right. In fact, have we passed the port yet? No, not quite. Got a long way to go yet. 43 mile an hour limit. Seems a bit low. Sounds really good though. I love that sort of rumble when you get going. Sounds really nice. The dials are actually quite easy to read. I mean, you've got the green zone there, the max torque zone. The speedo's really easy to read. It'd be nice if it went up in up in 10s opposed to up in 5s. So instead of going up in 5, 15, it'd be prefer if it went 0, 10, 20. That'd be a lot better. But it's kind of weird that this is a left-hand drive truck, but it's in miles an hour. So I don't know if this is like an Australian truck or something. I don't know. But it is Norcargo, which is Norwegian, so it's kind of weird. It's very plain though, this dash, I think. It's very flat as well. I mean, if you compare that to like the newer trucks, it's come on a long way. I mean, it's about 29 years old. What, 29 years ago this year, this truck was released. So it's quite an old truck, really. Smart car. Sensor scale. I do like that little tunnel bit there. That's really nice. It sounds so good when you get it near the red line though. Right. Merging lane. But yeah, the F16 had an improved version of the 12-speed gearbox that Volvo had in the F10 and F12. And it had an integrated splitter section. The F16 had slightly changed styling since the older models. That was mainly in order to reduce air resistance for better fuel economy and stuff, which is what trucks, especially cab over trucks in Europe have a massive issue with, because they're just a massive slab cutting through the air. The sort of bull-nosed trucks, the American trucks, are a lot more aerodynamic, because they can shape, well, it cuts through the air better, if you see what I mean, opposed to just having a massive slab. Okay. Keep it. I've noticed with the dials on the speedometer, if you look at where the centerpiece is, where it goes up in tens, you can see it's not quite centered. So I don't know how accurate that is. It's a bit annoying. Right, let's go into the E-tag, is it? The E-tag lane or fast track? Auto pass. So we don't have to stop. Alright, can we beat this RS5 in? Do not. Woohoo, an accident. What did he stop there for in the Volvo? He decided to stop on the road and crash into an Audi RS5. The AI. I'm sure I say that every episode, or every video now. But in order to make life easier for the driver, an automatic transmission was released in the early 1990s. There were two versions. I believe one was called the Powertronic, and I can't remember, it began with a G, the other one. I was just researching it earlier. Is it the Geo? Can't remember. Let me just check. And the Geartronic, sorry. So the Powertronic and the Geartronic. The Powertronic was used for a lot more heavy haulage, and both gearboxes had a manual overdrive, which for the more skilled drivers they could take over. But obviously currently I'm using the manual H shifter on my G27, so I'm not using automatic or anything, so it's working quite well. Those dials are so easy to read though. They're one of my favourite dials from Volvo. Every single Volvo, I can't get my words out today. I really do like the dials. They're so easy to read, even in like the latest versions, the new FH. I mean, I really like the central sort of cluster of that, and it also comes with a digital readout on the little screen to the right or left, which is really handy. What other dials are there on here? So air pressure, oil temperature, battery. Can't read the other one, but yeah, this is what I mean. Sort of baby blue, isn't it? The Nor colour, Nor cargo. Kind of like it, and the interior is very dark as well. Like, you get this sort of black dash and then the lighter grey, and the black seats. The seats look quite comfortable actually. They don't look too bad. I've also put the bag in there, as you can see. You can put the bag on the bed, which I do like. But another thing, the bed does look quite slim. I don't know about you. It does come with bunk beds. And that does look like an escape hatch as well. Along with, got a CB radio and a radio. Let's get back on here. We can test what this is like to drive up hills now. I find that the gear ratios are pretty good. In towns I never go below 4th gear, I just leave it in 4th, even with a trailer. But I do find 8th and 9th gear, well 7th and 8th gear are too close together, sorry. But 8th to 9th is a better jump. Here we go. So this looks rather nice. Okay, so here is the border. We're leaving Norway. Might get a photo with the flag and the flags on my truck. That might look pretty nice. Let's go down here. Let's get a bit lower down. Look in the vegetation here. That's probably going to be the thumbnail. That looks really cool. With my flags on the truck. I really do like the cabin accessories. I mean, the physics... Oh, where's my flag gone? I thought it fell off. Yeah, the physics of them. It It looks really good the way they move around in the wind. I'd love to know how it works, or the physics of the flags. But yeah, I do like this road though. Without a retarder it can be a bit scary. The corner's very flat, this truck. Along, well, that's a lot like all European trucks really. They are quite high up, but their centre of gravity is quite low. Not massively low, because like the engine's beneath you. Look at that. But the cabin, or the more of the modern trucks that have aluminium cabins and stuff, so they're quite light. But these older trucks are a lot more heavier, so they're a bit more easier to rock over. But the steering's quite direct. See there? The steering wheel is, I don't know, it doesn't have the Volvo badge on it. Oh yeah, it does. And that like lower font, or the lower part of the wheel there. But it looks a bit boring, to be honest. I don't really like the wheel. Does it have, where, I don't know where the window winders are, or the or if it has electric windows. Not too sure. There isn't like a winder or thing. There are air vents by the windows, which looks good. And there's no like window operator thing. How far have we got to go? We got 66 miles left of the E18. Pretty nice road this. It's got to be up there with some of the best roads that you can drive. A video that I'm still planning to make. Yeah, the wipers do have 2 modes, as I was showing you earlier. But it's a bit pointless if they don't work. I don't understand why they don't work, really. I mean, I was tempted to record it earlier, but I didn't quite remember to. Like, the rain was coming down, you could see it coming down, but it wasn't actually hitting the window. There was no actual point of actually using the wipers. Hold on. Look at that. I'm getting a photo there before I crash into something. Yeah, it's going to be very quick reactions to not crash into that. But yeah, I really do like this. I like the mods that... I don't like these mods that are a bit boring. That just use the same... Oh, almost tipped it. That just use the same base engine sounds and just don't let you customize. I like the ones like this where are custom sounds, really good modelling, and I like that. It's really good. Really good, and I enjoy mods like this. When I see a good mod, I see a good mod, and that's when I review it. But recently, I found like there's hardly any good mods, or any good new mods. Most of the mods are just getting updated. So there's nothing really lately for me to record. There's hardly anything going live on American Truck. Euro Truck's starting to go the same way, so I'm really starting to struggle. But anyway, a bit more about Norcargo. So it was founded in 1979, and as I said, the headquarters are in the capital of Norway, which is Oslo. And cool fact, by 1985, so 6 years after the company had started, they had 16 short sea vessels. Pretty interesting, right? So smooth, this though. I mean, the ride is really, really nice on this truck, and it's quite loud, really. And that turbo whine, I don't know, it can get a bit annoying. So you probably don't want to drive this mod for long periods of time. It's not very well insulated, this truck, really. But for I don't know, I've said this before, wouldn't it be so cool if we could have like truck shows in the game where mods are allowed? I doubt that would ever work, but imagine having like, here's a scheduled truck show in like an area of the map. Everyone goes there, you can walk around different trucks, take a look at different trucks, there can be mods, you can find mods that you haven't seen before. That would be great. But it's not going to happen in a long time. There's no actual sort of digital display in this truck, which it's a bit annoying really, because I can't really see my gear indicator, and I can't see my range of fuel left. I've only got that dial there, the fuel dial, so I'd like to see a digital display, but as this is an older truck, it probably doesn't have one. So just here we go. Karlstad. Don't know much about Karlstad, so I can't really comment on it, but we've got to reverse with these huge mirrors. Weirdly, well, I've seen this quite a lot on these older trucks. This has only got one single mirror, it doesn't have the wide angle. This side you got the wide angle and the normal mirror. They are quite big mirrors, but if you look on this side, that one could be a lot bigger and it'd be a lot more helpful. I mean, you got that massive bar there just obstructing your view. But saying that, they actually are quite small mirrors, but they're actually quite usable, because I don't know, look, they hardly give you any blind spots, which is nice. Oh, there's a stadium. See that? Karlstad Stadium. Might Google that later. I love the sort of road signs in Sweden, like the blue and the yellow, to replicate the flag. Look at that stadium though, football stadium, I think. Maybe not. Is it American football? No, it's a scoreboard, isn't it? Yeah, it's definitely a football. I might Google that. As I said, Karlstad football stadium. See if it's anything like in the game. But yeah, it's going to be interesting reversing with these mirrors. See if they're any good. Okay, this way we go. 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, and we are just dropping off down here. I think it's a supermarket or something. Okay, here is another supermarket. It's not that one, but yeah, a lot of supermarkets here. Or maybe it's not. No, we're dropping off here. No, it's not. Here we go. Just trying not to clip this trailer. Also be nice to see, I think these lights don't really suit the style of the truck. I think they need to be a lot more sort of cream colour. These look a bit like Xeon. Not Xeon, but they seem a bit LED. Yeah, right up to the front of this truck. I mean, I don't know, the visibility is quite good, isn't it? Turning circle is great though. I mean, look at that, the way it just spun that round. Really good. Excuse these mirrors. They're a bit small, but that side's pretty good. I mean, I really like the turning circle. You can make really quick corrections. I mean, look at that. It's really good. I mean, neutral, engine off, lights off. You got the gear selector down there. This has got 3 pedals, so this is a manual. Let's disconnect that trailer. 214 miles, 11 grand. Nice. Let's put the tag up to finish. There we go. But yeah, there we go. That's the Volvo F16 Nord Cargo Edition. So if you enjoyed this mod, please do download it from my mod spreadsheet. The link is in there. And the link to my mod spreadsheet is in the description, like always. I think it's a really good truck. It's very different to drive. It's very nice, but as I said, you can get the normal F16, but I thought I'll take a look at this today. It looks really good. You've also got little light wipers down there, if you can see. Don't know if they work. In fact, look. See the wipers working here? They don't work on the outside. But there's 3 wipers there. 2 here. That's weird. Sounds good, doesn't it? But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please do click that like and subscribe for a lot more videos to come. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.